Right in the middle of my father's 65th birthday party at Lucille, the most luxurious restaurant in the city, the clink of crystal glasses and golden light glinking off sequin dresses, I, Stephanie Wilson, 32, become the center of attention, but not for anything good. My mother's gaze rakes over me from head to toe, her lips curling into a half smile, her voice just loud enough for those around the table to hear. Couldn't you have made a bit more of an effort for your father's big day? Or is it really that you can't afford a decent dress? I force a smile, swallowing my humiliation. My older sister Diana's laugh is ice cold, her eyes like scalpels. Please don't make us the family embarrassment in front of Dad's friends. Everyone here is successful. You know that, right? Before I can react, Thomas, my brother, the king of luxury cars and flashy living, sidles up behind me, whispering close to my ear, "You don't really fit in here. Applebee's would be more your speed." The whole table bursts out laughing. I feel every muscle in my body tense, my fingers clenching my old clutch. What they don't know, what none of them have a clue about, is that just days ago, I closed an $80 million investment deal for the edtech company I founded, Learning Bridge. But I've chosen to keep it all hidden for one reason only. I want to know if they're capable of loving me when I have nothing to offer except a plain black dress and my grandmother's old pearl earrings. In that moment, surrounded by the hazy air and gentle music, a question flashes through my mind. If they knew who I really was, would anything change? Mom raises her chin. We all pitched in $10,000 for Dad's Scotland golf trip. Can you actually contribute, or should you just wait at the bar for us to finish? Diana grabs my arm, her manicure digging crescents into my skin. Please don't make us the family embarrassment in front of Dad's friends. Everyone here is successful. You know that, right? Before I can react, Thomas, my brother, the king of luxury cars and flashy living, sidles up behind me, whispering close to my ear, "You don't really fit in here. Applebee's would be more your speed." The whole table bursts out laughing. I feel every muscle in my body tense, my fingers clenching my old clutch. What they don't know, what none of them have a clue about, is that just days ago, I closed an $80 million investment deal for the edtech company I founded, Learning Bridge. But I've chosen to keep it all hidden for one reason only. I want to know if they're capable of loving me when I have nothing to offer except a plain black dress and my grandmother's old pearl earrings. In that moment, surrounded by the hazy air and gentle music, a question flashes through my mind. If they knew who I really was, would anything change? Mom raises her chin. We all pitched in $10,000 for Dad's Scotland golf trip. Can you actually contribute, or should you just wait at the bar for us to finish? Diana grabs my arm, her manicure digging crescents into my skin. Please don't make us the family embarrassment in front of Dad's friends. Everyone here is successful. You know that, right? Every eye in the room is on me. No one bothers to hide their contempt anymore. I've been through this 100 times since I was a child. At every family dinner, I was the other daughter, the only one whose accomplishments never got a mention. The looks, the comparisons, why can't you be more like Diana? But what hurts most is always my father's eyes, distant, silent, as if I'm some permanent stain on the glass of the Wilson family's perfect life. When a security card approaches, drawn by the tension, my heart skips. Diana quickly speaks up. No worries, my sister was just about to leave. I feel invisible, like with a single gesture, I could be swept out of this glittering world forever. But what would happen if the secret I've carried so long came out now? Suddenly, a deep, calm voice slices through the tension. Miss Wilson, Madam CEO, your usual table is ready. Would you like to dine separately this evening? The room freezes. Diana turns pale. Thomas stutters. My mother is thunderstruck, and for the first time tonight, my father actually looks at me. his eyes wide with shock. I smile. So, one little title can change everything. But does it really change anything at all? Who's truly in control of this game? Me or the family who's always thought they were running my life? And what secret hides behind Diana's shaking eyes, my mother's death grip on my arm, or the smirk on Thomas's lips? Am I ready to expose it all? As the stunned silence stretches across the restaurant, I feel every eye in Lucille locked on me. The air is thick with confusion, embarrassment, and a hint of fear. Diana's fingers go slack on my arm, and for a moment I see panic flicker in her usually unshakable gaze. Thomas's mouth opens, but no sound comes out. My mother swallows, her cheeks burning crimson under the glow of the chandeliers. My father, for once, has nothing to say. I turn to the security guard with a polite nod. "Thank you. I'll be joining my family tonight." He bows slightly, his voice respectful. "Of course, madam." But before I can step forward, someone grabs my wrist. "Steph, wait!" The voice is low, male, too familiar. My pulse skips as I recognize it. Mark. Mark, the ex-boyfriend I never expected to see again, especially not here. He's in an expensive navy suit that hugs his body just a little too well, hair artfully tousled, blue eyes that once had me melting, now full of something darker. "What are you doing here?" I hiss, glancing around. He smirks. "What do you think? Got an invite from Thomas. Guess your family wanted some real success stories at the table?" He leans in, breath warm against my ear. "You know, Steph, I could forgive all that if you're willing. Well, let's just say, make it worth my while. For old time's sake?" My heart pounds. Anger, shame, a traitorous flicker of excitement. I tear my arm away. "You're disgusting, Mark." He smirks. "Don't pretend you're not tempted. A body like yours doesn't deserve to be wasted on these prudes. You're better when you let go, remember?" I feel the heat rising in my cheeks, not just humiliation, but a sudden surge of adrenaline. If he's serious, here, now, in front of my family? I glance back, my mother's whispering frantically with Diana, Thomas watching with an ugly, expectant smile. Did they put him up to this? Why would Thomas invite Mark, the man who cheated on me and left me heartbroken? What are they trying to prove or destroy? Mark steps in closer, voice dropping lower. "You think you can play with the big dogs now, Madam CEO? I know you, Steph. You crave attention, even if it means getting it the dirty way. Maybe we can make a little scene for your family, really show them who you are under all that fake innocence." His words are poison, but something inside me snaps. The old Stephanie would shrink away, try to disappear. Not tonight. I look him straight in the eye, holding his gaze. "Get your hands off me. If you ever touch me again, you'll regret it." He laughs, soft and menacing. "Careful, Steph. You wouldn't want your family to see what you're really like behind closed doors, would you?" The implication lands. Does he have something on me? Old photos? Texts? My mind races. Suddenly, my phone vibrates in my clutch. I glance down. An anonymous number. A message appears on the screen. "What would your precious family say if they saw what you did with Mark? Maybe they should see." My blood runs cold. Did someone record us back then? Or is this just a threat? A bluff meant to keep me off balance? My mind is spinning, but I can't show fear. Not now, not in front of them. I pocket my phone, chin high. "You want to play dirty, Mark? Be my guest. But don't forget, I know exactly what you look like when you're desperate." He grins. "We'll see, babe. You always did like a little danger." He turns, melting back into the crowd, leaving me standing there, heart pounding, hands shaking, body burning with anger, shame, and an edge of something darker. As I walk back towards my family, Diana blocks my way. "Who was that? Is there something you want to tell us? Steph?" Her eyes are hungry for weakness. I stare her down. "Nothing you'd understand, Diana. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a birthday to attend."
but the questions keep coming, relentless in my mind. Who sent that message? What does Mark want? Money? Revenge? Or just another chance to humiliate me? How far are my own siblings willing to go to destroy me? And beneath it all, the memory of Mark's touch lingers on my skin, a shameful, electric afterglow that makes me wonder, if the past is really behind me, why does it still feel so close, so dangerous, so impossible to shake?
The music from the string quartet fades to a dull buzz behind me as I try to recompose myself, the anonymous message burning a hole in my clutch. My mind whirls with possibilities. Who sent it? What they have, and how much damage it could do. My family returns to their usual table, their whispers sharp as knives. I can feel the tension crawling up my spine. I slide into my seat, trying to steady my breath, but Diana leans in, her lips nearly brushing my ear, her perfume cloyingly sweet. "You look pale, Steph. Something you want to confess?" Her words are venom, but her eyes are curious, hungry. Thomas, never one to waste an opportunity for cruelty, pipes up from across the table. "You know, Mom was just saying we should all be transparent. Family has no secrets, right?" He flashes a pointed grin at me, then glances at Mark, who's lingering at the bar, drink in hand, gaze fixed on me with an arrogant smirk. Does Thomas know about Mark and me? Was that all part of their little scheme tonight? The appetizers arrive. Delicate, expensive, absurdly perfect. No one touches theirs. Everyone is waiting for the next explosion. I reach for my glass of water, my fingers trembling. Just as the fork touches my lips, every phone at the table pings at once. A group text. Diana's phone lights up, then Thomas's, then my mother's. A video thumbnail. My blood turns to ice. Diana's eyes widen as she taps play, her perfectly painted mouth opening in shock. Thomas chokes on his wine. My mother turns ghostly pale, her hand flying to her chest. And there it is, grainy, dark, but unmistakable. Footage of me and Mark, tangled together in his old apartment, my dress hiked up, my body bare and exposed, his mouth on my neck, my voice moaning his name. A shot of me, face flushed, hair wild, back arching in pleasure. The image sears itself into my brain. For a split second, I am 17 again, naive, trusting, in love with a man who never deserved it. How did someone even get this video? Mark swore no one ever recorded us. Was he lying the entire time? A strangled sound escapes my mother's lips. She thrusts the phone away as if it's on fire. "Stephanie, how could you? This filth." Diana is faster. She spins the phone to show our father, her voice rising. "Dad, look what your precious daughter has been up to while you were busy making deals." My father's jaw tightens, lips pressed to a bloodless line. His eyes flick from the video to me, as if seeing me for the first time and wishing he hadn't. Heat prickles under my skin, shame crawling everywhere, even places Mark's hands never touched. The dining room feels like it's closing in. Mark lifts his glass to me in a silent, mocking toast. Did he do this? Did he send the video? Or was it Diana, or Thomas, or some vengeful ghost from my past? All around us, the other guests begin to notice. A hush falls. Waiters freeze in the doorways. I force myself not to cry, not to run, not to give them the satisfaction. Diana stands, her voice loud and clear. "Honestly, Steph, I can't believe you'd stoop so low, sleeping around like some desperate girl off the street. You bring shame to this family." Her words land like slaps. Thomas adds, almost gleefully, "Is this what you've been doing all these years while we thought you were struggling at the bookstore, spreading your legs for every loser who'll have you?" My vision blurs, rage and humiliation mixing into something sharp and dangerous. I clench my fists so hard, my nails draw blood in my palm. My mother's verdict is swift, cold, final. "You are not welcome in this family anymore. Get out, now." A new question howls inside me. Did they set me up, all of them, together?
Was Mark's reappearance, the invitation to the party, even the timing of this reveal all orchestrated by my own flesh and blood? As I push back my chair, scraping the floor, I lock eyes with my father. He says nothing. He doesn't have to. The judgment is in his silence. The world tilts, my chair topples behind me, cutlery clattering on the marble tile. I steady myself on the table, my breath ragged. For one wild, reckless second, I imagine screaming the truth right here about their secrets, their betrayals, their ugly hidden sins. But I just swallow it down. I walk away, every eye in the restaurant following me, every phone buzzing, probably forwarding the video already. One question beats in my mind with every step. If they can destroy me with a single video, what else are they willing to do? And how can I possibly fight back when all I have left is my name, my shame, and the burning rage to survive? The icy night air hits me like a slap as the doors of Lucille close behind me, the laughter and whispers fading to a muffled echo. I stand on the sidewalk, trembling, the city spinning with headlights and neon, the shame and fury tangled inside me until I can hardly breathe. My phone vibrates. Another message. Same unknown number. Still think you're above us? One video and you're nothing. Run, Stephanie. I want to scream, to throw the damn thing into the street, to vanish and start over somewhere nobody knows my name or the shape of my body under a stranger's hands. But instead, I slide it back into my clutch, gripping the worn fabric until my knuckles ache. I glance back at the restaurant's glass facade. For a split second, I catch Diana's silhouette at the window, watching, gloating. I want to cry, but my tears won't come. All I have is cold, pounding anger. Where will I go now? My apartment is leased in the family's name. Thomas made sure of that when he helped with the paperwork years ago. My cards are joint accounts, monitored by my mother under the guise of protecting family assets. They didn't just want me gone tonight. They wanted me erased. Was this their plan all along? Or am I paranoid, letting humiliation mutate into conspiracy? I walk, nowhere to go, shoes pinching, wind slicing through my dress. Cars splash dirty water onto the curb. Drunks shout from the corners. I'm invisible, just another lonely figure lost in the city's after-dark machinery. How far am I willing to fall before I fight back? I turn into a deserted alley, sink onto a cold step, and finally let the sobs rip through me, shoulders shaking. The memory of Mark's hands, the sound of Diana's voice, the brutal finality of my mother's words, they loop through my mind, a poison I can't spit out. Why didn't I ever stand up for myself before? Why did I let them decide who I am, what I deserve? A cab slows. The driver's eyes linger on my bare legs, my ruined mascara. For 1 second, the urge to say yes, just to be taken somewhere warm, somewhere I can disappear, burns through me. But I shake my head, turn away. I won't let another man decide my fate, not tonight. My phone vibrates again. This time, the message is different. You want to survive? Meet me at 2 in Green, 1 hour. Come alone. I stare at the screen. Who is this? Mark? Someone else? Is this a threat, a trap, or maybe a lifeline? I weigh my choices. I could call the police, but what would I say? My family exposed a sex tape and now someone is sending cryptic threats? No one would care. No one ever has. For a moment, I wonder what would happen if I just kept walking, left everything behind. Family, money, name, shame. But then the rage flares again. No, I will not let them win. If this is a setup, I'll face it head on. If it's a chance to fight back, I'll take it. My body aches, my skin still tingling from Mark's touch and the violence of humiliation. But inside, something else stirs. A stubborn, reckless hope. One question burns in my mind. Is this the night I break, or the night I finally become someone new? I check the time, 45 minutes until the meeting. I hail a cab, my voice steady as I give the address. My reflection in the window is smeared, haunted, but my eyes are sharper than ever. The cabbie sizes me up in the mirror, his gaze sliding over my thighs, lingering on the bare skin where my dress has ridden up. For 1 second, I wonder if he'll try something, but then I meet his stare, and he looks away, nervous. Even now, I know my body is a weapon and a vulnerability. How many times have men decided my worth based on a glance, a touch, a rumor? The cab rattles through the city, every streetlight a question mark. What am I about to walk into? Who sent the messages? And what do they know about the real me, the one I've buried under shame, ambition, and longing? The car pulls up to a grimy curb. I pan cash, heart hammering. As I step onto the sidewalk, I feel eyes on me, a dark figure leaning against the wall beneath a flickering neon sign. A familiar voice calls my name. Not Mark. Someone I thought I'd lost forever. What secret are they about to reveal? Is this my salvation? Or just another betrayal waiting to happen?
The street is bathed in sickly yellow light from a buzzing sign overhead. I approach slowly, my pulse thundering in my ears. The figure straightens as I draw near. A woman, slender and sharp-featured, dressed in a black trench coat. Her red lips curl into a half-smile. "Long time, Steph," she says, her voice low and sly. For a heartbeat, I'm back in college dorm rooms, laughter echoing, secrets spilled over late-night wine. It's Vivian, my old roommate, brilliant, dangerous, the one I lost touch with after a messy fallout involving a man I thought I loved. Why is she here now, after all these years? Did she send the messages? Is she part of my family's plot, or does she have her own reasons for reappearing? "You look like hell," Vivian adds, eyes gliding over the tear streaks, the ruined dress, the bruises invisible to everyone but me. I bristle. "You didn't drag me out here to gloat, did you?" She laughs, a low, smoky sound. "Not entirely, but I did want to remind you what happens when you let your guard down around wolves." My fists clench. "Just say what you came to say." Vivian leans in, the scent of her perfume dizzying. Her hand slides down my arm, fingers trailing heat along my skin, lingering a beat too long. "Careful, Steph. You're not the only one who knows how to weaponize a secret." I shiver. Is she threatening me or warning me? She steps closer, her voice dropping to a purr. "Did you know Diana and Thomas have been funneling money from your father's company, setting up shell corporations, hiding assets offshore, even bribing city officials?" The words crash into me. "You're lying." Vivian smirks. "I have proof. Emails, bank statements, even a few very compromising videos. And let's just say Diana's marriage isn't nearly as exclusive as she pretends to be." Images flash. Diana's cool smile, Thomas's smug jokes, my mother's relentless control. How long have they been playing this game behind Dad's back? Were their attacks on me just a smokescreen for their own sins? Vivian presses a thumb drive into my palm. "Take it. Everything you need to ruin them is here. The question is, do you have the guts to use it?" My hand trembles. I could end them all. Destroy their reputations, see them humiliated and ruined just like they did to me. But what would that make me? Would I finally become the monster they always accused me of being? Vivian's lips brush my ear, her breath hot and teasing. "Did you know Diana and Thomas have been funneling money from your father's company, setting up shell corporations, hiding assets offshore, even bribing city officials?" The words crash into me. "You're lying." Vivian smirks. "I have proof. Emails, bank statements, even a few very compromising videos. And let's just say Diana's marriage isn't nearly as exclusive as she pretends to be." Images flash. Diana's cool smile, Thomas's smug jokes, my mother's relentless control. How long have they been playing this game behind Dad's back? Were their attacks on me just a smokescreen for their own sins? Vivian presses a thumb drive into my palm. Take it. Everything you need to ruin them is here. The question is, do you have the guts to use it? My hand trembles. I could end them all. Destroy their reputations, see them humiliated and ruined just like they did to me. But what would that make me? Would I finally become the monster they always accused me of being? Vivian's lips brush my ear, her breath hot and teasing. If you want to fight back, I can show you how. But nothing comes free, Steph. You want power? You'll have to get your hands dirty. She draws back, her gaze heavy with invitation and challenge. Besides, I always wondered what you tasted like when you were angry. Her words spark something dark and dangerous inside me. Desire, fear, defiance. I step closer, our bodies nearly touching. If I take them down, I want you with me. No more secrets between us. Vivian smiles. Deal! But remember, revenge isn't about justice. It's about survival. And sometimes survival means burning it all to the ground. She pulls me into a rough kiss, her tongue probing, claiming, stirring up old heat and new hunger. I break away, breathless, my mind whirling with what I now hold in my hand. What price am I willing to pay for victory? Can I trust Vivian, or am I just trading one betrayal for another? We head to her car, adrenaline and lust thrumming between us. I spent the night at her apartment, bodies tangled together, skins slick with sweat and secrets. But even as Vivian falls asleep beside me, her arm draped possessively over my waist, I lie awake, plotting. What's my next move? Will I go straight to the police, expose my siblings in the press, or manipulate them from the shadows until they crumble? Most of all, can I hurt them the way they hurt me, or will vengeance destroy what little humanity I have left? As dawn bleeds into the city, I realize this isn't just about revenge anymore. It's about power, identity, and freedom. And I swear, this time, I'll be the one writing the script. By noon the next day, I'm already in motion, every step heavy with purpose, every breath sharp with anticipation. Vivian is still sprawled across her tangled sheets, naked and glorious, lips red from our midnight collision. I watch her for a moment, feeling the afterglow, then cold resolve douses any softness left inside me. I slip out, dress clinging to last night's sweat and her perfume, thumb drive burning in my pocket. My mind is a storm. Revenge, justice, and the flickering memory of how Vivian's hands made me feel alive again. But there's no time for longing. Today, everything changes. I start with Thomas. He's predictable. Every Friday, he's at his private practice early, bragging on Instagram about his latest miracle for the city's elite. I walk in unannounced, hails echoing against marble floors. His nurse stares, wide-eyed, but I don't pause. I shove open the office door. He's in a crisp white coat, smirking at his own reflection. Steph? What are you doing here? I thought you'd be hiding in shame. I toss the thumb drive on his desk, my voice ice. Recognize this? He picks it up, turning pale as he plugs it into his laptop. The file's open. Spreadsheets, emails, video calls with Diana, stacks of fake invoices. I watch his ego shatter in real time. He tries for bravado, but his voice cracks. You wouldn't dare. I lean in, lips brushing his ear, a reversal of every humiliation. Try me, Thomas. I'm not your pawn anymore. He backs down, all swagger gone. What do you want? My answer is low, dangerous. You'll confess. Publicly. You'll return everything you stole from Dad's company, or I take this straight to the feds. And you'll beg Diana to do the same. His jaw flexes. For the first time, I see him afraid. If I go down, she goes with me. Then start writing your apologies, I say, smile sweet as poison. Outside, I text Vivian, step 1 done, your turn. Her reply is instant. Meet me at the country club, showtime.
I arrive just as Diana is holding court over her weekly brunch, champagne flutes clinking, her voice ringing out about ethics in corporate law. Vivian is already there, lounging at the bar, legs crossed, eyes glittering with mischief. She leans in, whispering something to a group of clients. I watch the scene unfold. A subtle handoff, a phone pressed into a banker's palm, then a sharp intake of breath as the first damning images appear. Diana's smile falters, her cheeks draining of color as her phone erupts with messages, screenshots, bank transfers, even a video of her in a hotel suite wrapped around a man who is very much not her husband. Gasps ripple through the room. Vivian winks at me, then rises and circles Diana like a shark scenting blood. You always said you were above the rules, but it looks like the rules have finally caught up with you. Diana rounds on me, voice shrill with desperation. You did this. You're nothing, Stephanie. You're always jealous, always out to ruin me. I stand my ground, letting every word land, savoring the reversal. No, Diana. You ruined yourself. You lied, you stole, you betrayed everyone who ever loved you. Her hand trembles so hard she nearly drops her glass. For a heartbeat, I almost pity her. Almost. Within hours, news breaks, Wilson's siblings accused of embezzlement, evidence of infidelity, even the city's business press is in a frenzy. My mother calls sobbing, "What have you done to this family?" I answer calmly, "I did what you never could. I told the truth." Even my father calls, his voice older than I remember. "Is it all true?" "Yes, and it's just the beginning, Dad. We start over now, or we let everything rot." That night, I'm invited to the city's annual charity gala, the same event where just a year ago I was the butt of every joke. Now the tables have turned. I enter on Vivian's arm, her hand on my hip, the cameras flashing. Reporters swarm. "Miss Wilson, what's next for you? Are you taking over the company? Is it true you're—" The city skyline burns against the night as I stand on the balcony of the gala, champagne cold in my palm, Vivian's lipstick smeared along my jaw. Inside, the chatter is a storm of my name. Stephanie Wilson, the queen of scandal and survival. I savor every flicker of awe and envy in their eyes. I have done what no one believed possible. I dragged my family's lies into the light, claimed my place, and watched the untouchables fall. But as the adrenaline fades, the emptiness gnaws at me. My phone vibrates. A new message. Withheld number. You think it's over, but you have no idea what comes next. M. Mark. Even as I revel in victory, the shadows of my past are not done with me. Vivian glides to my side, her dress a black slash of danger in the moonlight. Her hand slides over my waist, fingers tracing the line of my thigh, bold and possessive. You're the star tonight, Steph. Everyone wants a piece of you. She leans in, teeth grazing my ear. You belong to me now. Don't forget who showed you how to bite back. Desire surges, but so does caution. Have I traded one captor for another? Can I trust her, or is Vivian only ever loyal to herself? Inside, the Wilson name is being shredded across news feeds and gossip channels. Diana's law career is in flames, Thomas faces criminal charges, my mother's charity is exposed as a tax dodge, and my father, he finally finds me, weaving through the glittering crowd. His face is ravaged, but his eyes are clear. No anger, just sorrow. He stops before me, voice trembling. You destroyed us, Stephanie. No, I answer, holding his gaze. You destroyed us the day you taught us all that love had a price. A hush falls as the ballroom's attention turns to us. Vivian's nails bite into my skin, but I barely feel it. For the first time, I am not afraid. He sighs, broken. And now what? What's left? Now, you get to choose. Truth or the ashes. He nods, silent, and turns away, shoulders smaller than I ever remember. I move through the crowd, every step a question. Was it worth it? Is this victory or just another kind of loss? Vivian finds me again on the dance floor, spinning me into her arms, her tongue insistent against my lips. Her body presses hard to mine, heat flaring between my thighs as her hand slips under my dress, staking her claim even here, among the ruin I created. I let myself give in to this, at least for this moment, to the raw want, the dark thrill of being truly seen, wanted, possessed. We disappear into the shadows, her breath hot on my neck, her fingers merciless and tender at once. The world collapses to just her and me, skin, sweat, hunger, and the promise that I'll never be the same. When I return, hair tousled, dress askew, every eye is on me, some with horror, some with hunger, all with recognition. I smile, daring anyone to judge me now. No one does. Not anymore. In the days that follow, I take control of what's left. I rescue the company, launch a fund for girls who grew up invisible, their brilliance dismissed just as mine was. I make my father sign over the last of the assets and let him retire in silence. Diana and Thomas are left to their own reckonings, shamed, powerless, and utterly alone. Yet at night, as I lie tangled with Vivian, her legs draped over mine, a new question haunts me. Have I truly won, or have I simply become the monster I set out to destroy? Is the price of power the loss of every soft, innocent part of myself? I stare at the city lights, victorious, unbreakable, and yet somehow still searching. Is this the ending, or just the next chapter in a story of survival? All I know for certain is this: no one will ever use my name as a punchline again.